Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Biz Builders podcast. It's so great to have you here today. I am coming at you hot from Vanny, from my minivan. I am sitting in the parking lot at my son's parkour practice, and I wanted to record this episode earlier today, but it just didn't happen. Other great stuff was happening today, and so here I am, literally coming at you hot from the car. So I hope wherever you are having a wonderful day. I'm excited to share this juicy topic with you today. I did an Instagram post on this last week, and I got some questions and some ooh, this sounds interesting. I want to hear more. So it is a post, and this post talks about how I am able to have payment notifications coming in when I'm at the pickup line at school, when I'm picking my kids up from school in Vanny. But it's not just the pickup line at school, right? I get payment notifications that payments are coming through all the time. I'm in the shower, or I'm having dinner with my family, or last week we were at the pumpkin patch and I get a payment notification. And it's a really, really cool feeling to feel like payments and income is coming in while I'm not actually sitting in front of my computer or actually quote unquote working. Now, I think we see a lot of things on social media that make it look like, okay, she's just sitting there in her car and she's getting payment notifications from doing nothing, but that's absolutely not the case. There's obviously a lot of stuff that goes in behind the scenes and things that I'm doing behind the scenes every day to make this happen and to make this possible. And that's what this post was really focused on. It's not about me just sitting here doing nothing and payments are coming through. No, that's not what this is about. This is about the things that are happening on the back end, the things that are happening consistently behind the scenes to allow this type of thing, this income notification thing, to happen on the daily, on the regular, which is so wonderful. So, and I want this for you too. I want you to have this in your coaching business as well. I want you to be getting notifications all the time, all day, every day, while you're sleeping, while you're doing fun things with your family, while you're picking your kids up from school, whatever it is. I want that for you too. So I'm going to talk you through today 5 things that I have done on the back end behind the scenes to allow this to be possible for me. Okay. So the first thing is focusing on setting up recurring income. Now, recurring income is basically, it's exactly what it sounds. It's income that comes in, it's going to come in. I know for a set period of time, it's going to come in at the same time, same amount each month. Now, my coaching clients typically pay me monthly, and I actually prefer this. I know that when you jump into big, or when you jump into investments or you're investing in something, there's usually also an option to be paid in full, but I actually prefer being paid monthly because it creates this recurring revenue where we're meeting every week, or we're meeting every day, or we're meeting every other week, and I'm getting that notification. So again, it's not that I'm not doing anything, it's that the way that I've set up this payment system to happen. And what that does too is it makes it possible. It makes it a lot of these investments a little more possible for clients that otherwise maybe wouldn't be able to pay in full right off the bat. So they come into my space. They're like, I really want to work with you. Perfect. Let's set up a monthly payment plan. And that can range anywhere from $200 to $700 plus, even more than like it can range anywhere. I've even been in spaces where, it's 2000 plus a month. Like there's no really limit here to how you can do this and how you're charging. That's a whole other conversation. But for the purposes of this, me setting up this recurring income has been a game changer for me because it allows that income to come in monthly and I'm not having to like scramble every month essentially, right? So number two kind of goes with this one too. I have really started to extend the length of my mentorship. So when I first started coaching, I basically sold 3-month packages. Like that was the only way, like it was 3 months. Like you could work with me for 3 months. And I realized that I really value long-term mentorship. I was with my first coach for over a year and a half. And so I'm not just like a 3-month in, 3-month out type of girl. I love to be in a space, especially with somebody that really gets to know me, gets to know my business, gets to know like what's going on in my personal life. So I'm like, okay, why am I only offering short-term packages in my own business? And I know I like looking back in hindsight, I know why that was. And it's because I probably had this misconception that that's all people would buy, which is not true at all. It's not true at all. I am an example of that. You are probably an example of that. Like there's plenty of people who value long-term mentorship, right? So what I went ahead and did is I extended the length of my mentorship now to have more longer term options. So instead of only having the 3-month option, I have 6 months, I have 9 months, I have even 12 months. And what that does, and just by playing with these offer lengths of time, it really creates a long-term, more deeper impact for my people. It creates that recurring revenue for me. And what it communicates to my clients is that I value the long-term relationship. I am in this for the long haul. I am going to be around for the long haul. Like this is not an in and out type situation. Some offers are like that, yes, of course. But as far as mentorship goes and one-to-one coaching and the mastermind space, like those spaces I value the relationships that are built from the long-term containers. And so I went ahead and I set up the way that I do my packages now. And I really encourage these longer packages because again, it creates that revenue, that longer term revenue, that recurring revenue. And it's allowing me to create even deeper conversations, even deeper relationships with my clients. So that is number two. Number three, I have expanded my offer suite and I've been playing with this. I'm currently playing with it right now. If you follow me on Instagram, you can probably see me playing with this and trying new things out. So when I first started off, the only way to work with me was through my one-to-one coaching packages. And those are considered high ticket. It's a high level, it's high support, high touch, it's high access. Everything is very high. So fast forward now, I am currently in the process of building out different ways for my clients to have multiple entry points to come work with me and to see what it's like to work with me in my space. So I've been working on creating low, mid, and high ticket offers. And this has honestly just been so much fun for me. Like I am a very, very creative person. I like to be able to like theme things, and I was a teacher, right? So I love things like master classes and workshops and getting in like spaces like that with clients. So it's been so much fun for me to do this. And essentially what that is doing is it's allowing more people to come in and see what it's like to work with me. So typically the people that come in for low ticket offers like a masterclass or a workshop, or even here on the podcast, like this could be an example of that as well. They usually come in and they're like, oh my gosh, this was so good. I want more. And so this has really allowed me to get more creative about how I can include upgrades into literally any offer, how I can downsell, I can upsell. It's just been really, really fun. And I think for a long time, like I was stuck in that one-to-one coaching package box, which there's nothing wrong with that box. It is a great place to start. It's where I feel like I grew my coaching wings and learned how to fly. But I think now I'm like, I just want to play with this. I want to have fun. I want to allow people different ways to come in. I want to do different things. I want to share this content in different ways that feels really fun and really good to me. And so that's exactly what this is. And, by expanding my offer suite too, I'm not necessarily anymore having to get on like sales calls to sell these lower ticket offers. I'm just really selling them on social media, which is great, and playing with learning how to sell on social media, because that's a whole other beast too. So that's number 3. Number 4, the fourth thing that has allowed me to, get payment notifications while I'm in the pickup line at school or anywhere, is setting up my systems on the back end. So please don't get me wrong. Like, systems are not my favorite thing. I am by no means an expert, but I will say that yes, I am good at them. I am pretty good at technology. Like, it doesn't scare me to like get inside things and like touch things and drag things and just kind of see what happens. I was actually, when I was a teacher, I spent 2 years like doing ed tech coaching. So I know technology. I know how to set the systems if I can do that. It's not my favorite thing to do. But in regards to the back end, right? So having these systems set up and continuing to build them out has allowed me to create more sales. And what I do is I always really try to make purchasing anything from me really, really easy. And I teach my clients how to do this too. So like, I don't want to make it really difficult for somebody. If somebody comes into my space or comes into my world and wants to purchase something, like, I'm not going to make them like dig around and click here and then click here and then come do that. Like, I try to just keep it very, very simple as possible. So if they come across my space, it's very, very easy for them to click and purchase something and get into my world. Right. And when I'm talking about systems here in the back end, I'm talking about when somebody does purchase something or they come into a container, whatever that container might be, I'm building out automated email funnels so they'll get an email like to either upgrade, or do you want to add this on, or feed into another offer that I know would be a really good fit for them and that they would benefit from after going through whatever offer it is. So this is absolutely like 100% work to put together in the beginning. But once it's set up, it's the payment notifications are coming in the pickup line, because you've got all of that stuff going and running in the back end, and you're not actually having to sit in front of your computer and do anything. It's all working for you, and it's just moving. It's doing the work for you, and it's, allowing people to buy things. Okay. So the last thing, I'm going to have to keep this one short, you guys, because I'm starting to get really sweaty in here in the car. Another thing. So selling on social media. I just mentioned this a little bit earlier, like 2 minutes ago. But first I learned how to sell, right? And you guys have probably heard my story about me learning how to sell. Like, that was like what do they call it? Like my Achilles heel. I don't know if that's the right saying or not, but we'll just go with it. It was like I had to get really, really damn uncomfortable and learn how to sell my coaching. And that was probably the biggest game changer for me in my business, was learning how to sell, like specifically learning how to sell, learning how to run a sales call, learning how to close, learning how to handle objections. Like, all of those things were very difficult for me. But now I feel like I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I'm pretty good at it. I'm good at it. And now I'm learning how to sell on social media, which, like I said earlier, is a whole other beast. It's the same thing. It's different. I'm just learning how, like, what you do on a sales call, like the conversations you have, the picture you paint, the possibility that you create in that sales call, learning how to recreate that and do that on social media or in a carousel post. This is definitely learnable, but it's been tricky for me. I don't know. Sales is just not, I don't I love it now that I know how to do it, but it's frustrating when you don't know how to do it, because you're like, why is this not working? How come I can't understand this? How come I can't get this? But it's all good. We all start somewhere, and I'm just going to encourage you, if you feel like that, or if you've ever felt like that, to just keep going, keep practicing, keep putting yourself in situations where you can practice, because that's really how you're going to get good at it. But for me right now, I am focusing on learning how to sell on social media. And what that does for me is it allows, again, people to land on my stuff, land on my Instagram, land on my page, and for them to get a glimpse of what it's like to work with me, and then also allow them to see where they can come in and work with me and get a taste of what it's like to be in my world, a taste of what it's like to be in the mastermind or in my space, in a one-to-one space or in a masterclass. And that is allowing, which is the coolest thing ever, is allowing payment notifications to come in at all hours of the day, right? Like it's not a sales call. Like I don't have to wait for Tuesday at 3 o'clock to see if I'm going to close the sales call or not. But with that, it also comes a lot of uncertainty too, right? Like you can't control it. There's no controlling it now. A sales call is a very controlled environment. It's a very controlled, like, read the script, say this, then do this. And on social media, there's not really that anymore. I mean, you kind of can have conversations in the DMs, but well, you can have conversations in the DMs, but it's just a little bit different. So giving up that control has been a little bit tricky for me, but it's all good. And you can come follow along, come see on Instagram, like see what I'm doing. But that, I will definitely say, those 5 things have really contributed to me getting payment notifications all the time. So number 1 is setting up recurring income. Number 2 is extending the length of mentorship. So how long you can come into a space with me. I've increased that to reflect my values and what I value and how I value long-term mentorship. Number 3 is expanding my offer suite and really just playing with it and having fun with the high, medium, and low ticket offers. Number 4, setting up back-end systems and getting those. It's really, for me right now, it's just a focus on the email funnels and getting people into offering people what would be beneficial to them after they're in a space, or if they're in a space and you can upgrade. Like there's so many different things you can do with this, you guys. It's like, it's so much fun. Like upgrade here, downsell here, like this, you can have this too. We can bundle these things together. Like it's so fun to be creative in this way. And then the last thing, number 5, is learning how to sell on social media, but also knowing how to sell just in regular real life too. So as you guys can see, all of these things are not necessarily happening. Like I'm not doing these things in the pickup line, right? Like it's all the groundwork that I've laid that allows these notifications to come in. So it's not like I'm like sitting around doing nothing, kicking my feet up and being like, cool, like I'm getting payment notifications. Like that is not the case at all. But because of these things that I've laid, these things that I have been brave enough to just be like, F it, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna fuck around and find out and see what happens here when I do this. Because of this is why it's possible and why I get payment notifications when I'm picking my kids up from school, when I'm at the park with George, when I'm playing Mario Kart, when I'm sleeping at night. Like it's the best thing. And so if this is possible for me, trust me, it is possible for you too. And I would very, very much highly recommend, like hindsight's 2020, right? So I wish I could go back and tell 1 year ago Sandy, who was still pretty new in her business, like go start putting these things into place now so you can like get them done now, like get through this like difficult, tricky part and get the support in these things now versus waiting or trying to figure it out on your own, because then you can just be rolling, right? So if these are things that you are interested in, interested in, or you need some help with these things, or you're like, wait a second, I want to hear more, please reach out. These are all things that we work on in the Biz Builders Mastermind space, my signature space that is just the most magical place of collaboration and just butt kicking and offer suite development and selling and all of the mindset stuff that comes with all of this too. I didn't really talk about mindset in this episode so much, but behind every single one of these, 1 through 5, there are multiple mindset things that come with. And when I say mindset, I mean like thoughts that come like when you go to do something. Like, let me give you an example. Well, I guess I did kind of talk about this a little bit. Like, okay, so number 2 was extending the length of mentorship. Like, why was I just offering 3-month packages? Like, it's because I had this mindset thing. I had this belief. I was assuming that my people were going to come in and that's all they were going to want to do, or that's all they were going to want to pay, which is not the case. So working through all of the mindset stuff that underlies each one of these foundational pieces, that is really truly what we dig into and dive into in the Biz Builders Mastermind, so much so that you are so confident when you walk away from the space each day that you're like, okay, I know exactly what to do. I feel so freaking pumped up. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go. I've totally got this. And then we, of course, like come back together and recap, and I can't think of the word right now, but we talk about how it went and what went well, and if things didn't go well, how come? Like, what can we tweak moving forward? Okay, perfect. And the whole cycle just continues. So much growth, so much possibility in this space. So if you need a little bit of extra assistance, we would love to have you come join us. Just message me on Instagram. That's where I'm hanging out these days. You guys know that. You can always DM me. And I always love to hear what your takeaways from these episodes are. So if something resonated with you, or if something you're working on that I'm working on here too, please reach out. I want to hear all about it and how it's going for you. Yeah. And I really have to, you guys, I've got to cut this one off. I'm like literally starting to sweat my ass off in my car. So I'm going to go get out. I'm going to open the windows. I will see you guys next time here for another episode. Have a great rest of your week. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening, you guys. If you're ready to get your business going and making money and to step into that next level version of you, I would love to support you make that happen through strategy, mindset work, and my Cut the BS style coaching, because it's always better, quicker, and more fun to have someone who's already been through it support you. Shoot me a message over on Instagram with the word ready, and we can chat and get your questions answered about coaching and how I can support you. I cannot wait to hear from you.